Okay, before that, do you have any questions from the last session? Any doubts you have?
No, nothing.
Kalpana, what about you? Okay, I'll start it. Yeah, okay. So if you see our applications in here, I'll play it. This application is there, right? If you observe here, what we are getting, like, there is some blank space each side, right? If you observe, there is some blank space on both left and right side, right? So to avoid that one, like if we open any applications in our like any general applications, it won't have such blank spaces or anything. So why we are getting this blank space is because we haven't developed a responsive application. If you observe here, like while we have developed, if you go to settings in the display property, okay, we have like while creating the application, we have chosen it as a table application, sorry, tablet application, right? If you remember, if you go to here, create, I'll go start with a blank canvas. See, we have chosen a tablet size application, right? So by default for tablet size, it will be landscape 16 is to 9 ratio. It will be there. Yeah, we can change it, but it will be fixed. Even if we change it to anything like and whatever the sizes which we have mentioned, even the custom size it is mentioned, that will be fixed. Whatever it is mentioned, that how it will be there. If you see here, scale to fit option is there. It scales the up to fit available space. Turn this off allows the screen and controls to fill the available space. Means if it is turned on, only the specific like a specific size which we have mentioned, only it will occupy that much only. It won't occupy entire screen. If we turn this off, our application will become responsive application. Okay, whatever the screen size is there, according to the screen size, it will adjust our application. Okay, so what I'll do is, scale to fit is there, right? I'll turn it off. Immediately if I turn it off, like lock aspect ratio is there, right? That is also will automatically turn it off. Like locking this automatically maintains the ratio between height and width to prevent distortion is there, right? That will also will be automatically turned off. Okay, now what I'll do, if I play this app, see how the app is now responsive. It is occupying the entire application, right? Let's go to our home screen. See, did you observe it? Now let's change it to Windows. Okay, I'll change it something like, see, automatically it is adjusted. Hmm? Got it? It's changing to, if you want, I will play it. I'll publish it. Let's go to apps. Let's play it now. I have already opened that. See now, The app is occupying entire screen. Got it? Previously, how it is used to be there? Only it was used to be like center of the application, like at this position only. Height also it will be fixed. But now screen will automatically adjust it to entire screen, whatever the available space we have in our device. Okay. Now if I inspect it, I'll change it to, okay, yeah, devices are there, right? It will come here. See, 125% I'll increase, 50%. See, automatically it is adjusting application. Okay. And if you observe here, these are not adjusting accordingly, because for this last time we have written a parent dot with the formula for these to adjust it. But for welcome and see, if you observe here, we haven't written any formulas, right? That's why these are not adjusting according to the screen width. Whereas this, for this one we have written formula x and y, right? That's why it is adjusting it to according to our screen width. Always it is center of the application. Got it? Any doubts here?
No. So means for all controls we have to set dynamically X.
Yeah. So whenever we are like, even for the normal application we have developed it previously, that application. For that one, even if you ignore in some cases, even if you ignore, it won't be an issue, because for that one it's not a responsive application. Whereas this one, when we are developing a responsive application, we should make sure to always, for each control and each icon, whatever the thing which we are using, we should follow the like parent dot with and containers we should use. Got it? Now if I go here and let's make it this one, width is there, right? Parent dot width, I'll make it. Okay. Height, yeah, always it should be 49, even irrespective of this one. And these are the things here there, right? I will make them same, whatever the formula which we have written always it should be middle, right? So we can make use of that one. Same formula we can use it. And if you see here, see, I'll close this one minute. See, some icons are still not visible. Why it is? Whatever the things which we are used here, it's occupying the entire height of this controls, everything, which is more than the available space here. That's why some icons are there, right? Some buttons are there, right? Which is going out of the scope. For this one, that's why we need to use containers. Okay, even if I have written formula for this x and x properties, right? You think that it will work, but let's see, I'll publish it. We are making only the width of this, like positions of this one, but not the available space to use that one, right? The all the containers, still it will be out of scope. Let me refresh it. See, now even though these are at the center of the screen, see, now those are center of the screen, but still some of them are out of the scope as height is not adjusted. So what I'll do, oh sorry, what happened? Okay. So what we should do is, that's why we need to take containers, and based on containers we should see here height property is there. Even if you want, we can use it of like whatever the height of the screen, half of height it should occupy this one, that is you can do it. But the easiest way is containers, usage of containers, it will be easy for you. Now what I'll take for the entire screen, I'll take vertical container here. Okay, in the vertical container, first let's make this to parent dot width. This one it should be parent dot height. Hmm? Now this container is, oh, okay. I think something is, yeah, okay. Parent, now it is occupied to entire screen. In that we should have one section for this one and one section for this one. So what I'll do, I'll take an another horizontal container, sorry, vertical container. I'll take, mm, for this vertical container, it should be occupied only half of the screen, right? See, 1:1. I in this I'll add another container. Vertical. Okay. Two containers are there. One is half of like two portions it should occupy. Flexible height I have, we have already automatically enabled. 1:2 ratio it is occupied, means that is this is going to occupy half of this space. This is going to be occupied half of this space. Even if you want to like decrease it, you can decrease it. Now minimum height is there, right? This one is also important one. So if you observe here, what is the minimum height this this one should be occupied, like, and if you think whatever these controls are there, right, these will take minimum 100, it should be there to visible this like this logo and this one. In that scenario you should mention minimum height, so that beyond that one it won't decrease it. Got it? Any doubts? It will be little confused for you, but yeah, once you will do it, you can understand. I'll explain it again. So what is minimum height is what is the minimum size of that, it's a, for example in our scenario, our height of the screen is 150. Okay, the in that scenario, equal portions means what it will happen, 150 means 75, 75 we it should occupy, right? If we mention for this for this section to be occupied minimum 100 means, for this remaining thing it will occupy 50 height, it will consider this one as 100. It won't divide equal in that scenario. Got it? Any doubts? Hello?
Yeah, got it. Yeah, thank you.
So I'll mention this one as minimum it should be 100. For this one also I'll leave it as 100. Or else I will make it as, I think, 80 I'll make it. Minimum height it should occupy 80. Then these two I'll copy there. That is logo, user logo, and no, this one, sorry, user logo and these text. I'll cut them and I'll paste it in here. So this should be center of the screen. So I'll make them as, okay. And no need of this rectangle anymore. I'll remove it. Okay. Whatever the formula is there, even y property, I'll remove it. No need. Now color we should make, right? Color, I'll change it to blue. Now for this container, I have changed the color. This should be white, but in that, these three buttons should be there, right? I will cut them. I will paste it in inside this container. Now Same thing. I will make them as in center. And here if you see gap is less, what we should do? Gap we should increase. How much gap we want. Okay. Now you see whatever the thing which we have developed, it will adjust according to this gray. Even if height is also less. 150, 100, I will. It's very small. Okay, let me play it and publish it. You will understand.
So what's the best practice for the responsive and other than responsive if we required for design level?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Means for designing the this app application. So what's the best practice we can do for the best designing? So it will not it will properly working from design
So
area.
yeah, if it is like that is why we should use of containers and parent dot height we should follow for responsive applications. Whatever we are taking, everything like x and y position. If you are not using containers, if you are using containers, anything it is going to be responsive automatically, right? See, here I haven't used any parent dot y properties, everything. It's simply position, I have made it as center, right? So yeah, in that scenario, x and y were like parent dot width and height, I am no need to worry about this one. I need to worry about this container parent dot width is flexible or not. See, that it is flexible now. Even if it is like an increased, it's still responsive. I will increase the height of this application. See, its height also automatically adjusted. Got it?
Okay.
So, yeah. And one more scenarios we have. If you see here, form, I'll take it. For the form, if you go, yeah, I'll show you what is the issue first. New issue, I'll go here. See here, properties are not aligning properly. If you see this one.
Title and description or display.
Yeah, yeah. So here what we should do is to response the application. In form is by default it will be responsive. Before that one I'm telling. Form is anyway it's going to be responsive. But what we need to do is for the each this property is there for let me do one thing before that one or else yeah I'll take columns as two. Yeah, this is how I'll do. Sorry. Okay. Now I'll publish it. Yeah, I'll go to new issue. See, half of the thing is which is cutting down here. And we made it as two column levels, but it is for us it what it is displaying only single value it is displaying here. See, only half of the screen it is displaying. So what we can do in this scenario, it's width to fit is there, right? Okay, that we need to enable for the responsive application. What width to fit is there, right? It will occupy the whatever the empty space which it is having, it will occupy it. For example, Here I'll enable it only for these controls. I'll save it and publish it. Yeah, no issue. I will go. See, uh, see, this one is there, right? This is correctly adjusted now. If you observe here, whereas below one, see, it's overlapping still. Hmm? Even if I decrease it, see, the padding and everything is nice for this one, whereas this one still that there is like overlapping issue is there for this issue description and everything. So whatever the thing which we like, if it is scale to fit, if we enable width fit, it is enable it, it will take only the width of that form, it will occupy it automatically. Okay, so for the all the columns we should enable it. If you like, how we can do is, I'm selecting columns, right? Shift, you can do that like this. Shift on right, click on that one. It will select multi select at a time. For that one we haven't. Width fit I have enabled it. Okay. See, for this one previously it is only occupied half of the screen. Now it is occupying whatever the empty space which is left. It is occupying entire thing. Width fit. That is what width fit will do. It won't give us any empty space, or else even like any overlapping issue also it won't give us, if give for us. We have published. Oh, published. See, now for each of the field we are getting padding, right? Got it? How width fit is will work. So this is we need to do. And if you observe here, what is happening, like if I increase the screen width, it is automatically moving it to the next column, right? See, previously title, if I increase the screen, sorry, decrease the screen size, it is moving like title is coming here, issue description is coming in next line. Whereas if width is more, it is title is coming here, issue description is coming beside title, right? Why it is happening? What is the minimum width of this one? Width is 67, 677 is there. If screen size is here also 677, like if we add both of them, it will be like 1300 plus it is there, right? If the screen size is increasing decreasing below 300 and 1300 width, automatically this is not going to have an enough space, right, to keep in the same line. Automatically it will move below title column. Got it? Any doubts here? Hello.
No, if there is a
Mm.
if the length also, if the width also lower than the approx nearby 100, then
No, 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 not like that. See, for this one we have given a 677, right? For this one we have given a 677. Fixed width we have given, not parent dot width, what anything. Fixed width it is 677, 677 is given. So that means addition of this one 1300 plus it is going to be there, right? If it is that less than whatever the addition of that one, means whatever this column, this will take half of the 677, but for this one it doesn't have enough 677 space, so it will move to next line. To avoid that one, what we can do, for this field also we can mention like title, and this one what I'll do, I will take this as parent dot width divided by 12. Okay, now I'll publish it. You'll see it. Whatever I'm saying, whatever the parent of this screen is there, right? That should be half of the width should be only it occupy. It should occupy. Hmm? This is also same. So now what will happen? Yeah, new issue I'll take. See, still it is half of the screen. See, as I have given parent dot width divided by 2, even how much ever I am increasing, it's still splitting in two columns, right? Now you understand what is the difference between those two? Okay. So this is how we can do. And there is a scenario we have for the tablets is there, right? Tablets and mobile, what is that one? Desktop application. It should split two. If it is like mobile application, it should split to one column. Like only one column only it should display. I want to do like that. Means see, until here is there, right? This month width, I want like two columns should be displayed, whereas if it is like mobile width like this, we have only one column, it should display in each row. This is what your requirement is there. Did you get the requirement? Should I repeat it?
no, no, yes, understood.
Yeah,
Of the screen size of the window,
yeah, we
we
need
cannot.
to modify it. So what is we have is, how can we do that one, whether the current screen size is this much or not, how can we know that one? So we have one properties here. App. If you go, size breakpoints we have, right? 600, 900, 1200. Got it? These are the size breakpoints we have for the responsive applications. So 0 to 600 is one breakpoint. 600 plus to 900 is one breakpoint. 900 to 1200 is another breakpoint. 1200 plus is another breakpoint. Did you get it? I'll write it in a notepad.
If
You want?
we have to take a condition, if 600,
Yeah, 0 to 600, one breakpoint. 601 to 900 is one breakpoint. 901 to
1200.
1200 is one breakpoint. 1200 one plus whatever the is another breakpoint. Maybe they can use big screens also, right? So these are the breakpoints we have. So based on these breakpoints, we can develop an application. Okay. And there should be one documentation. Hmm. Create responsive. Yeah, this is a documentation I have. Here it will be explained clearly. What are, yeah, see. S- Size breakpoints. Yeah, see here. This is there, right? 0 to 6 is one breakpoint, that is small. 600 to 900 is medium. 900 to 1200 is large. 1200 to whatever it is, extra large. Got it? These are the breakpoints. Like even whatever the breakpoints we have, like you here we it is mentioned these breakpoints. Like even if you want to change it something breakpoints, for example, uh 600 we are considering as small, right? You want to take like 500 only, you want to consider it as small, that is also you can do it. There is no restriction that whatever the breakpoints which is mentioned here, only I should that breakpoints only I should consider. No, that is not the case. We, even if we want, we can modify it whatever the based on your requirement. For example, in your case, for tablet also they want to display it like a small one single row they want to single column they want to display for each row. In your scenario, that you can consider it. So how can we take these breakpoints? So what I'll do is, if app dot size breakpoint okay is less than 600, then it should be parent dot width. Otherwise it should be it should be size, I think. Yeah, screen dot size, sorry. Screen dot size, yeah, small. I want to make it as like parent dot width divided by 2. Otherwise parent dot it should be screen dots. Even wait 1 minute, I forgot that exact property we used to call them. Parent dot size, yeah, this is the property we should use, sorry. Yeah, if parent dot size is less than 600, why I'm getting this name isn't valid. Less than 600, it should be parent dot width divided by 2. Otherwise screen name we should mention. Yeah, screen name dot size is less than 600, it should be parent dot width divided by 2, or else it should be parent dot width. I'm telling same here, I'll change it. So I'll publish it. Let me refresh it. Yeah, okay. I'll go to new issue. Okay. Have I published it?
I think it's greater than 600, then it's with dot parent, then divide else divided by 2.
Less than 600, it should be parent dot with otherwise. No, it should be like if the screen size, form screen is less than 600, then it is, ah, yeah,
With
got
not
it.
divided by
Yeah,
2,
yeah.
no? Actually, in that case.
Less than 600, it should be, oh, yeah, yeah, correct. Parent dot with divided by 2. It's always like that. Oh. If the parent form size is less than 600, it should be parent dot with other. Yeah, it's parent dot with divided by 2. Yeah, it should be correct. Why we are not getting? Hmm, crazy. Okay. It should work actually. I'm not sure why it is not working. What is if it is less? Okay, I'll explain this later. Maybe even I'm wondering why it is not working. Yeah. Okay, this is how we need to do the responsive application. So wherever we are using everything, we need to follow in the containers, and for the form, we should mention the like how we have done of width to fit is there, right? That we need to enable for the fields, and for the field width, if it is like based on specific screen condition, you want to write that one breakpoints, we need to consider like this formula. You can write it like how much width it should occupy, everything, even for the gallery as well, based on the condition you can write it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and let's in the interviews, most of the times they will ask about some functions. I will cover them now. One of the function we have is I'll take text here.
Actually, one question from the previous one.
Mm.
The two scroll bar whenever we just in the form and container both side actually.
Mm, yeah.
So how we rectify this issue if there is something?
Yeah, okay. That one we should adjust the height property of this form actually for the form and the screen. This is like for the container we have enabled this, right? Scroll. So that is there. So anyway, for this one we have scrolled. So for the height of this also we need to adjust. Previously we have written one formula, right? Gal dynamic height. That formula we should hide adjust automatically based on our condition. Last time we have written like closed date is there, right? Closed date and this one, but after that we have added one attachment control. So now attachment control is going to be the last one, so I'll expand this one. Attachment control, I'll copy that one.
For every control, we have to put this dynamic on the condition.
Yeah, if you want like a height of the form to be dynamic, then this is how we do. Like what is the last control is there, data card is there, until that data card should be the height, right?
Yes.
That is how I have calculated. See, attachment data card 1 dot y plus height means it will calculate entire height of that form. Now if I play it, two scroll bars won't come. Let me change it. Yeah, see, two scroll bars are not showing now. Only one scroll bar is there, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, so here we have one important function we have is coalesce function. What is coalesce function is that it will check, for example, we have one input, text input is there. Um, what we will do here, what we want to do is, here whatever the enter text is there, that I am displaying as of now. I think value. Yeah, yes, okay. See. Mm, here it is. So whenever it is blank, it's showing here also blank, right? In that scenario, I want like instead of that displaying it as blank here, I want it to as no value to display. I want to show. How can we check it? Like generally, what we will do if is if is blank of this field dot value, if it is that is blank, then no value to display we will write, otherwise whatever the thing we have like is blank. Yeah, this is blank. Oh, there is another. Okay, yeah, so yeah, this is how we will write, right? So whenever it is like there is no value, it's showing no value to display. Whenever it is value, like this is we will write, but no need to use this one. Like power apps itself, we have a one function called, instead of writing this long one, we have one coalesce function we have. See this one function we have. What we need to do is, what it will do is it will check whatever the parameter is there, right? Let's see, an argument to be written if it is the first non-blank argument. Means whatever the first parameter which is there, if it is not blank, then that value it will display. Then next value, if it is a blank, then it will display the next value. If that is also a blank, it will check for the another non-blank value. So that is how it will check. See, for example, this is a value, right? This I'll take no value to display. This I'll write what it will display. See, now it is checking displaying this one. If it is nothing is there, no value to display. So instead of this entire logic, we can write this simple function to display whatever this. First it will check if whether this value is blank or not, it will check. If it is not blank, whatever the value which is present here, it will display. Otherwise it will go for next value. Okay, then if this is also blank, then it will check on another value if anything is blank or not. Okay, for example here, I will give another input control here, text input. Okay, this one let's call it as first name. Okay, last name. Okay, these are the two. If first name is what it will do now, let me show you. Dot value I'll return. Okay, I will enter Mamatha. So what it is checking here, it is checking if it is this one is blank or not. It is checking, it's not blank, right? First name is there, so that's why it is not considering whether they have value or not. Even though if it is having value, it won't consider it, only it will consider the first non-blank value, right? So this only it will display. Okay, if this one is blank, then it will check for the next value whether it is blank or not. If this is also a blank, it will check the last, like whatever the default value we have, right? So coalesce is to find any non-blank value to display if you want. In that scenario, we will use this function. Got it? Any doubts?
How many multiple control condition we can set if there are two, three, four?
Yeah, anyhow, I mean, there is no limit. Like even if you want like name, this one in any like age, everything they want, whatever the non-blank value you want, check anything they will, but it will show whatever the first non-blank value is there, that it will display. Even though if the others they have, it won't consider it. Okay, it will neglect other values and for it will display the first non-blank value here. Okay, got it? Okay, then this is for the coalesce function, and this will they will ask in interviews. And one more thing we have is concat. I think I have already told concat function. Like we have this first name and last name, right? I want to display that in a single name itself. Like what we need to do. Let's rename it. Text input first name. So what I'll do, I'll copy this one. Dot value, and I want to display like first name plus last name. I want to display. Like last time I have told you, this is the one which we and operator we can concatenate two strings, like txt into last name dot value. This is the one way which we can display it. See, Mamatha test. So this is one way we can display it. But if we want, instead of AND operator, if we want to use the function, we have concatenate, whatever the one which we have text input first name, comma, I want some space in between them, so I will pass that one as well. And okay, here value and text last name dot value. See, this is the function to do that one. For example, we have one combo box. We have, I think we have one combo. Let's take that one. Yeah, we have one combo box here, right? With values. We'll paste it here. What I will allow them, like multi-select is off, right? I will allow multi-select. So what I want to do is, whatever the choices they have selected, I want to display them in a text with comma separated. See, these are the selected, right? Mamatha, I have selected in progress, blocked the completed choice values that I want to display. How can we do it? What I can do is, I'll take another label here. Okay. Selected. How we can do? We have one function called concat function. Like there are two, concat and concatenate is there. Concatenate is to whatever the table number, like multiple values table of rows which we want to concatenate, then we will use concatenate function. Whereas concatenate is to concatenate only string values. Okay. So here what we need to choose, whatever the filter we have taken, that is our table, right? That selected items. Okay, if it is a multi-select, we should consider selected items property we should consider. If it is a single selected, single selection one, selected will work. If it is a multi-select one, which is a selected items property you should consider. Okay, this will hold whatever the selected items we have selected, it will hold those values. And here, from the selected item, what we want to disregard anything value, both will work. And I want them as comma separated. So I will take this one. Okay, before. See, Mamatha have selected in progress, blocked in progress, completed. These are the things you have selected. I have written. Got it? Any doubts here?
Hey,
So,
what's the difference between concat and concatenated? I saw previously you use concatenate.
concatenate is used to concatenate just string values, whereas concat is used to for a table, some column values we want to concat. In that scenario, for example, in you have a table of data, okay, where you have some cities have there in that table, with each row as like an in Hyderabad, Bangalore, like that we have some cities names. That cities you want to display in a single row, single like a single as a string you want to display. Okay, in that scenario we will use concat. If you try to display table in a like text property as a string, it won't be possible, right? Using concat function it will be possible. So what I'm trying to do is, whatever the selected items are there, right, here that will be table of items, right? As it is a multi selected, see, if you hover on here, sorry, here selected items is there. What it is property? Table. What it contains? These are the table with these values. What I am doing, I want to display them in a string with comma separated, like in progress comma blog comma in progress comma completed, in a string variable I want to display. That is why whatever the table which I have taken and the value which I want to column name which I want to concatenate. Here, what is the column name? If we have value, right? That is why we have chosen value and comma separated, right? See now, in progress, block, comma, in progress, comma, completed. These are things it is showing. Got it? If it's the same thing which I try to do it with concat function, it will throw error. See, it because concat has invalid argument, because concatenate function will expect string value, but we have given here as table. Right? If the same thing which I try to do it with, I'll remove this one. If I given any string like test, it will work. Right? It's not throwing any errors and it's displaying the required results. But whereas concatenate, oh sorry, concat, it will, if see, if the same result, if I have given a text, it will give as invalid argument as it is expecting a table. We are giving a string, right? So basically at the end what I'm trying to say is concatenate is to concatenate two or three multiple strings. If you want to concat, we will use concatenate function, whereas in a table some specific column values we want to concat in that concatenate, in that scenario we will use concat function. Got it? Yeah, okay. And this is about these functions. And one more thing which we have is group by and ungroup functions we have. What is meant by group by and ungroup functions? Okay. For example, we have a scenario. I'll for that one, I'll take one logic. What we can take is, I'll show you one SharePoint list we have. Yeah. Whatever the list we have, this list we have with country as a country column we have, and continent, whatever the continent it is there, that it is there, and some columns are there. What I want to do is I want to show records which are like an China are there. Instead of whatever the China records are there, I want to group them at once. So what I'll do here is I will take one first. Let me add that SharePoint list. SharePoint. Okay. This is a SharePoint we have. So I will take one button, text. This I'll take as group. I will group by country. I will take. Okay. Okay. On click of this one, what I'll do is group by. Here, if you see the syntax, what it is saying, group by what is the table which I want to group as that one, and the column name and the column group name which we want to give. So for in our scenario, what is the thing which we want to group? Data source, sales records, right? Sales records I'll choose. And what is the group column which I want to group based on that one? That is country, right? Yeah, if I see here, internal names it is showing for me. I need to check the internal name for that one. How we can check the internal name is if you go to list settings, country is there, right? I click on the country column. See, this is the internal name of that column, field one. So that name it's displaying there. So field one I'll choose. Okay. And what is the name of that country? Country group I will name it and I'll close the bracket. Yeah. So what it will do, I'll click on this one. And if you see the result, what is showing group by? It is grouped based on that country and on that country, whatever the fields which we have. So if I go to, I'll collect them in a collection for your reference to show it in. Collect country based records. I have. Okay, clear collect I'll use. I click on this one. Now if I go to variables, collections, country based records, if I see here, what we have for the whatever the country we have shared, what is the records we have? See, these are the records we have in each like that country. If I go back to again country based record, in Latvia country we have these records. Okay, got it? These are the record it will show. Same like in each country. So basically what it is doing it in each group way, whatever the country we have, that based on that country it will give us in a table. So how we can show it to the end user is, for example, we have a gallery. I will take one gallery here. What I'll do is I will add here in each item I will add one label. Okay, for this I will show it on top. Okay, and I'll make this as font size as bold. Okay, for collection what I'll do is whatever the call collection is there, right? Country, yeah, that collection I will give here. Okay, so here I'm displaying field one value, that is country. So here for each record, what are the countries which I want to records which I have on that specific country I want to display. How can we do it? I will inside this gallery, I will go and I'll insert another gallery, like a nested gallery I will take, because those are stored as a, whatever the records which are on that specific. If you see here, sorry, here view table, if I go, see these are again stored as a table of records, right? So that I want to display, again I need to take a gallery or else a data table. Okay, anything I can take it, I will take a gallery. Okay, else table, let's take it's unnecessary to do. Okay, here what I'll do, what we have, this item dot country I will add. Okay, and the fields which I want to display, field 1, editor, creator, some fields I'm adding, you will understand. As it is here only, it will support a text values, it is throwing error, so I'm modifying it to text value, editor dot display name. Yeah, in country we have these tables. Oh, not find any records, we have records in this table, right? We have so many records in each here, why it's not displaying? Okay, let me remove this and add gallery itself. I'm not sure why it is not working. Here I will take this item dot country. It's added outside of the one. I will insert it again. Gallery. Yeah. Order ID. I will remove this data table. See, now it's showing what is the in the chart country, what are the order IDs. Just now I have taken order. In each record, what are the things which we have, it will display here. See, in Ukraine we have these two order IDs. In Russia we have these two order IDs. So this is how we can display group of data. Okay. If I want to add in remaining columns, I can add it let me adjust if we have some space. Yeah. In this, I will add another column. So here I will display this item dot. Any columns we have? Yeah. So here we have columns like item type I want to display. I will take item type dot value. Okay. See, in this country we have these are the like these. This is how we can display. In when remaining columns also I can add and I can display. This is like to group the on specific column. If we want to group, for example, in general scenario how will come, this is how we have given like in on the specific country. If we want to fetch some records for specific users, based on okay this country we have these records, if we want to display these to the end user, this is how group by functions are going to be used. Or else for specific each under each we have managers, right, in our organization. In each manage, yeah, what are the users which are going to report to that specific manager in a tabular format. If you want to display, then in that scenario also we will consider this group by. Based on the manager we will group them and we will display the users. Got it? This is how group by function is going to work. uh, what is the like group by function data source at, and what based on what field name which we want to group it, and remaining columns what is the name which we want to get it. Like country I have taken like you want to like country based records, you want to rename it, you can do it. That is also, I will run it, and here name is changed, right? uh, Instead of country based records we need to give. That is how it is going to be there. So if you see here, mm, view table, why it's showing, yeah, today it's behaving very weirdly. Yeah, okay. See, these are the in each country we have this one, and what is the country based records we have. These are the country based records we have in each table. Okay. In Pakistan, these are the records which we have under that specific Pakistan. Okay, got it? Any doubts here? So here we have used nested concept, right? So when we will use nested gallery concept, like if you want to display another table related data in here, Like we have parent records we are displaying. What are the child records related to that parent record? If we want to display, we will use this nested galleries concept. Okay. And we have another thing which is like an ungroup. So basically from the table itself you are getting this grouped data that you want to ungroup it and use it in your thing, in your application. That is also whatever the group data we have, right, that I want to ungroup it. How can I do it? I will take another button here, and I want to ungroup. Before that one, let me take collection, clear collect, call call ungrouped data. I will take collection name. So we have function called ungroup. Here also same, what is the source and what is the group which I want to ungroup it. In our scenario, the we have that collection country based records, right, that I will take, and the group which I want country based records column group is there, that I want to ungroup it. I will take this use this one. If I click on this, see what it will happen. Yeah, see. Ah, okay, let me show it here otherwise. Now previously whatever we got, it is now displaying in with all the columns now, like how we have data in the backend, same it is displaying here, right? This is how ungroup will work. Ungroup means whatever the group data which we have taken, that we want to like break it and display it in a separate columns, then we will ungroup it. Got it? These are grouping and this is ungrouping. Any doubts here?
Yeah, no, Mamta. I just have one question. Like
Mm,
here, if we are using as a SQL server as a
mm.
database, should we write like use straightforward SQL queries or stored procedure
No, no,
to have?
no. So we have for SQL queries, we have all the connections we have, right? Like if I go to data, so if I search here SQL, see these are the options we have with SQL. Like if we have an SQL server or an Azure database for MySQL, that we can take it. Like simple SQL server we have, you have that you can consider it. Here, if you choose what is the type of authentication which you are going to use for this SQL server to connect it. That is client server certificate authentication, or else Microsoft Entra ID, SQL Server authentication, Windows authentication, which is type of authentication which you are using, that you need to select. Like for example, SQL Server authentication, generally we will use, right? That I am taking. This is like select. If it is an on-premise one, that is also this option we can select. So
Yeah, please take one like special session
cloud
for it.
one, what is the server name and database name. Yeah, is mostly same the data source how we have done it,
Your
like
yeah,
how
your
the.
voice is breaking.
Oh, is it? I have an unstable internet connection today. I'm not sure. Yeah. Are you able to hear me now clearly? No, still issue?
Now, yeah, now better.
Okay. So yeah, like once every after adding the connection, everything is same. Like all the function, whatever we have with the SharePoint, everything is there, right? As data was all the function you can use. Just adding connection is different. Like for adding SharePoint connection, how we are doing SharePoint and adding like this, same. we will choose it here. These are the options we are going to get, and with what is the list we have, we will choose, right? Same for SQL also. Same, SQL I'll search, and what is the option we have? SQL server we have, right? And what is the based on your organization authentication you have, that you can use it. SQL server authentication, if it is having that, I'll choose. And what is the SQL server name we have, that I'll give. And database, if the credentials, whatever the credentials we have, that one. And if we click on connect, automatically that list is going to be added here. Sorry, after connecting here, whatever the tables which are present in that SQL server will are going to display here. For how list we are selecting specific list, same, whatever the table which you want to connect, that table we should select it, and that's it, connect. And if we connect, automatically it is going to be added. Same, how we are adding the table name here, like thousand, like here we have used like name, right? Whatever the data, so same, like you can use it after adding whatever the name which you are getting. That's it, no difference apart from this one. Adding connection is different, is going to be different for each database, but apart from that, like functionality wise, everything is same. Okay.
For updation and deletion, all both.
Yeah, delete, remove function,
For
everything is going
updating
to
the
work.
data in the
Yeah, patch, everything is same. Functionality wise, no, not an issue. Only the issue is like only the difference is adding the connection. Sometimes for SQL, some different like authentication will be there, right? That is like that one, but everything is same. Even for SQL, Oracle, everything you can add it like that. No difference.
and how we
Up,
connect with the Excel? Can we update display the Excel also? The desktop
yeah, like
Excel,
in the
not
last.
from the SharePoint.
Oh, desktop, no. Like we
Yes,
can only connect it with the cloud, sorry, cloud one, not the
cloud
desktop
only.
one. Hmm. Okay, because how can you give access to the, if it is desktop means it is, will be locally present to you only, right? The end user don't have an access to that one. So if other person is going to share means that other person can't have access to your locally presented Excel file, right?
Something is on OneDrive or something is
Yeah,
on shared
OneDrive,
drive.
that we
It's
have done, right?
also
In this starting sections, I have explained it with cloud one only. Cloud
yes,
Excel we had.
cloud one,
So that we can do it.
but not for the shared drive. Excel.
Yeah, shared drive also you can access it. That's not, everything is same. Like if it is present in any SharePoint, for example, you have uploaded that Excel in one SharePoint, SharePoint like document library. There, from there, if you want access, you can access it. That's not an issue. But that should be
Not
in
from
like
SharePoint, shared drives actually.
shared drive. I'm not sure about that one, but I think if it is a cloud, we can access it. I'm not sure. I haven't tried it, but yeah, I think we can do it. Any doubts here apart from like whatever we have done here? And okay, we have another functions. I'll take another screen, I think. I'll delete this one. We have another functions as well. That is show column functions and remove column functions we have. What is that one is, for example, I'll take one button here. Okay, show columns. I will take. Okay. And in that columns, for example, we have a data source, right? Sales record. In this data source, I don't want all columns to get it. See, if I hover on this data source, what we will see. Okay, let me remove, you'll understand. Uh, if I hover on here, what are the columns which I am getting? All the columns which are present in backend, right? Ah, Today I have an issue with my connection. It's very slow. I'm not sure why. Give me 1 second. I'll connect with my mobile data. Hello?
Yes, Mamatha.
Hello? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I'm
ma'am.
sharing my screen. Is my screen visible for you?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, it's you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Mm, okay. Okay, I'll explain what is show column. Just like for example, we have these many columns like 100 like 20 30 columns we have. In that we are not using most of the columns. Like we were using only title, country, item type, only these columns. We want to display the data. So in that scenario, whatever the columns which we want from the data source, using show column functions, if we use that columns only, it will display to us. Remaining columns it will ignore. So that is we can use with show columns. It's okay. Meanwhile, I'll explain something else as well. So if you see here, whenever we are loading our application, um, see one icon is displaying for us, right? Mm, we are not getting that one. Okay. Even that one also, I'm not sure why it's due to a connection issue. It's not displaying. Yeah. See, there is one icon here. It is also displaying for our app. So if we want to change that icon to something else, if we go to settings, settings, let's go. This is like if you want to change the app name. Why I'm not getting those options? This is different. We can change the logo of the application as well. That there is some option is going to. I'm not sure. Right. Share is different. Okay, I'm not sure why it is not working today properly. Everything. Yeah, sales record is there. If we are seeing it, it's loading us the all the columns, right? So instead of that one, uh, all the columns is displaying for us, right? Okay, yeah. So instead of that one, I want to take what are the columns which I'm going to use in our application. That I want to take means show columns I need to write. Okay. And what is the columns which I want to write? So for example, I am want to write country. Okay. And what is another thing like an item type I want to write. Okay. I will close it. Now, if you see here, show columns, see, it have taken only these two columns only, right? Remaining, it have simply ignored it. So this is how it will decrease the load of the application. But what it is the drawback of these columns is that it will be a non-delegable, even group by and ungroup also a non-delegable non-delegable functions. That means it will consider only first 500 records. It will exclude the remaining records. So um, whenever you are using, if the data is more than 500 or as delegation limit which is 2000, if you are going to increase it from 500 to 2000, if that columns are like less than 500, then only use these functions. Otherwise you should ignore it. Okay, you shouldn't be use these functions. Even remove function is also same. Remove function is like if we want to remove specific columns from our database, then in that scenario we will use remove. Like not from the entire database, but while you are fetching the data in locally only, whatever the columns which I want to remove it, that it will remove column. And what is the column which I want to remove? Item type, for example, I want to remove it. And what is the like a here old column? Oh, this is the rename column. Sorry. Yeah, okay, I'll explain this one also then. Rename column is when we will use is okay, let me put Yeah, okay. Rename column is like same by naming only you can understand. If you want to rename the column to something else, we will use this rename column function. So what is the here the syntax is what is the old column and what is the new column. See, old column and new column name which we want to give. For example, item type is there, right? Item type dot uh, we I want to rename it to item values. I want to rename it. Then in that scenario, item values, in that scenario it will rename like, and see, if you hover on this here, here we have item type. Let me show it in the table, sorry, gallery. So instead of previously we used to call that as item. See, item type, right? Now it is giving us item values. This is how, if we want like an if we want to rename specific column to something else, we can do it with the rename columns option. Like not only single column, even by keeping comma we can add multiple, rename multiple columns. Okay, this is one thing. And one more thing important which we have, I'll complete this one early. Okay, we have a formulas option we have, right? What is mean by this formulas one? So formulas is like an here what we can mention is we are mentioning the variables in our application, right? If we observe, we are maintaining like set on start of the application, we are running some code and everything, right? So instead of mentioning on the on start of this one, like for example, some variables are there. For example, login user is there. This login user, it won't change every time based on our condition. Like it won't change once it is assigned at on start. In not like in some place, anywhere in the other screens we are changing this one. In even if we go to the home screen, visual screen, every time the login user is current user only. These such type of like declaration if you want to do, instead of doing it on start of the application, as on start will take so much time to load. If we take it on declare it on formulas, like I will comment it here, as it will on start is there, right? I will comment it here. Now what I'll do is, instead of that place, gbl login user equal to, like normal general declaration how we'll do that, that is how we need to take office 365 365 users dot my profile to, I will declare it. That is how we have done. Or we have taken just simply user. Yes. This is only I'll take. Okay. So in we have declared this one. Now wherever the login user is there, right? That one it will use here. But if I, for example, if I declare something else which is going to change in other screens as well. Like for example, we have declared where selected item here, right? If I try to declare it something else on the same on the on screen of here, what it will show where selected item, I want to declare it as blank. It's throwing an error, right? Where selected, that name is already used for a variable. Wherever like we have used in other variables here, that it won't consider here. Like whatever these formulas which we are going to declare, here only it should be declared. In other places it shouldn't be declared. Got it? If you are like, even if that value is going to change based on certain condition, then also we shouldn't declare here. Like if you want to declare only the variables which are like declared at start of the function, start of the application. Other than that, if you are not changing that value, then those values we shouldn't be declared here. Got it? Like for example, another example we have, this is also whether if a user, current user is manager or else not, that is going to be checked only at the start of the application. In anywhere we are not checking that. Also we can do declare it on the on star formula. Okay, instead of declaring it there. Okay, any doubts here? If we use these formulas, what it will happen is it will take less time to load the application. This whatever the logic which we have removed here, that now one function is reduced here. That means some time is reduced to start the on start of the public application. Got it? So GBL login user, else I'll comment it. I can comment and I can declare simply here. Even collection also we can declare it. So the syntax for this, whatever the name which we want to do, and what is the value which we want to give. Functionality wise, everything is same. Like even global values and these both are same. No difference in between these two. Okay. Any doubts here? Hello.
Yeah, Mamta, got it.
Yeah, that's it about this canvas application. That's it. We, if anything is you want to know about any more things, let me know. I will cover that one.
Sure.
Manoj, do you have any doubts? Okay, that icon thing is there, right? I will discuss it. I will tell from here. Like if you go to settings, this okay, general is there, right? See, app icon is there. Here, if we can change it, if you want, like I want an app icon color to be something like an orange, I can change it. And even instead of this pen, I want display it as people. See, I will change. Even custom image also we can update it, and we can, I will publish it. I think we have some errors. Okay. Now no need to use this concurrent as only one function is there, right? Yeah, I'll publish it. If you go in make.powerapps portal, It's not. Okay, from here it's not showing. Yeah, this is how it's going to be. Even in the mobile application, yesterday I have told, right? In the mobile application also, this is the icon. It will display beside that application. Okay. Even if we are while loading the application here also, here icon. Yeah, see, if you have, I think it's come in a blink. That icon is displaying. That icon is it in a blink. It's displaying this. So yeah, this also it will display like this. I will show that one mobile application how it is going to be looked. Documentation we should have. The documentation not able to find it. Yeah, in their documentation it will display clearly. Mobile. Yeah, install the Power Apps mobile app. Yeah, this is the application. So if you go see how it is displaying here once you sign in, this is how it's going to be. Whatever the icon which we have done, that application details, it will display like this. What a list of application we have in that application. Got it? That icon we have changed it. That this is how it is going to be displayed. Okay, then that's it about today's session. From this session, like this is the end of Canvas application. I think we have covered almost all the topics. Okay, everyone, then bye. If you don't have
Okay,
any
thank
doubts,
you.
yeah.
Bye. Not